Hey folks, Jesus is coming so very soon. Now I want to talk to y'all about this storm and stuff right now. We got this ice storm coming through, and it's supposed to be, they say, and nobody can really predict the weather. I mean, weathermen try all the time, and still even in 2025, when we got all those storms and stuff, they couldn't do it right. Only God knows the weather, But it's supposed to be on the ground and all this stuff until Tuesday. That's not that far away. It's truly not. But if you go, even 3-4 days ago, you go in any store around this area and beyond, which I've seen, all the shelves are empty. They bought up all the water, they bought up all the bread, all the eggs, all this, all that. And what I've seen is just one person. They probably, a normal person has a family of 5 maybe, tops. They go in and they buy 6, 7, 8 cases of water by themselves. And I'm like, what do you need that much water for? Usually on a regular day, when it's not doing this stuff or anything, my wife will get 2 cases of water. Ozarka water is $35 in each case, and that'll last a family of 4 in my house for a week and a half, because we drink a lot of water around here. So what do people need 6, 7 cases each? It's just selfishness. And these news channels, no matter which one you turn on, we're telling people, go out and buy while you can, get water, stock up on this, stock up on that. I don't know if they're getting paid under the table by these big businesses to do that or what, but people go out and they panic buy, They just panic, and it's unnecessary. It truly is. They don't think about the next person. They don't think about another family who'll need that bottle of water. They just take and take and take and take. It just goes to show that if push came to shove, 99% of people don't know how to be primitive. They don't know how to get their own things if they need. They don't know how to hunt. They don't know how to clean the deer if they did hunt. Anybody can hunt, but it's the cleaning part, it's the getting your meat. Anybody can fish. They don't know how to clean the fish. It's wild how spoiled as a nation we've become here in the United States. They can't grow their own food. They can't even get their own wood, y'all. I mean, it's crazy to me seeing it. Walmart sells wood, firewood, and you go up there and it's all gone too. I don't go buy it, I mean, there's trees everywhere in Louisiana, and if you drive down the road and there's always trees laying over, someone already half sawed it up. You just grab it, go bust it up. I mean, it's that's what we did yesterday. We got our own wood and went out there and got our own starter pine. Don't need to buy it. Some right out there in them woods. But the best that I've seen is any cedar trees that's dead and humped over. You get down there in that stump, it'll start your fire quick. But people just they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to do anything. So it goes to show, when all of it does happen, tribulation starts and all that, even though I've already seen in dreams that this United States is just completely wiped out. It's blowed up. There ain't no more, as to say. I truly, after seeing all those dreams that the Lord gave me and things, I know that the United States is Mystery Babylon and Revelation. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. No doubt. And it makes no mind what people say. I'm gonna listen to what the Lord teaches me, and I thank God that I learned a lot from my daddy, which learned from his daddy, and so on and so on and so on, before he died. Know how to, chop wood, fish, hunt, all this stuff. But a lot of people don't learn that. They don't have anybody to teach them this stuff. So when tribulation does happen, and it will soon, guaranteed, the way things are looking, people are just gonna, they'll die off quick. First, they'll hit the grocery stores empty, completely empty. Then they're going to go from any house they can find and take all their stuff. And it's going to go on and on and on and on until they all just unalive each other over nothing. That's the way it is. I mean, they do it now, and we're not even in the tribulation yet, you know. People unalive each other all day long over nothing. You think they won't come in your house and take your food? Thousands of hungry people searching for whatever they can steal, plunder, loot, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, they're going to take. So all you people, that you post-tribbers that are stocking up on all your stuff, I feel sorry for you. You really think you're going to go through that tribulation? You ain't going to have nothing going through it, because then people are going to take it from you. Don't think they won't. Don't think they were thousands of hungry people. I couldn't even imagine. I don't put my hope and trust in going through a tribulation. Nope. I know the good Lord's going to come for the church. I believe that wholeheartedly. Why would he show it to me? Why would he show it to so many of us if that wasn't the case? And some of these people just get so mean about it. You know, you believe my way or you're going to hell. That's how they are. There's no sense talking to people that believe certain ways, because they get violent with it. They truly ready to fight you over a belief. The church is so upside down. I don't know if these people are reading their Bibles upside down or from left to right. Right to left. I don't know how they read it, to be honest with you. I don't. Maybe their own understanding is what it sounds like to me. But I know Jesus is coming so very soon, y'all. And for most of us, it don't seem like soon enough, does it? Endure, folks. I know it's hard. And all of you that's on my last video that actually prayed. I know there's a lot of people that say that they're praying or they do pray, and I've seen it with my own eyes. A lot of people don't. They say it because it sounds good and stuff, but they really don't. They don't pray for others. But those of you who did, thank you. That night I posted that video. I didn't wind down till after midnight. I had so much to do, so much to fix. Y'all just wouldn't believe it. And to top it off, my wife was doing a grocery order that same day, and she called me right after I made that video. And the GPS took her down some wrong road, and it winded up being a real nasty, muddy road. And something on her driver's wheels messed up. I got to look at that after all this clears up. Oh boy, I tell you, it's never ended. But I did fix the dryer and fix some things that I need to fix. About midnight, my wife said, "I'm gonna go take a shower." I said, "Okay, go ahead." And my son knocked on the door, and he said, "Dad, can I talk to you?" I started tearing up real bad. I'm telling y'all, prayers work. People don't believe that, but they do. I'm telling you. I haven't seen my son cry or show any emotion since he was probably 6, maybe 9. Yeah, I think when my daddy died in 2019, that was the last time I seen my son cry. And he just went to this depression after that, and there's nothing we could do. We could talk to him, we could pray for him. He was so broken, you know. But he started tearing up when he said that. I was like, "Yeah, bud, come on in. We'll talk." We sat on the bed and we talked. He told me everything that was bothering him, which is, y'all just don't know. My daddy was like that. I used to be like that. My brother was like that. My grandpa was like that. We'll listen to you, give you advice. We wouldn't tell you nothing that was bothering us, pain, nothing. That's just how we were. That's how I was raised. You know, help others, but don't worry about yourself. Anyways, come in and told me everything that was bothering him. And all the stuff he was telling me, I said, son, that's a demonic attack. I mean, there's no reason that a 15-year-old fixing to be 16, there's no way they should feel like a failure or a mistake, or it makes no sense. It's demonic. And I was trying to explain that to him, and I told him, I said, because he told me that every night since 2022 he wakes up and has a panic attack in the middle of the night. I said, well, why didn't you tell us this before? And he's like, well, I don't like talking about my problems, just like your daddy was, I'm telling you. So I told him to try something. I said, man, all this you're doing to me, give it all to the Lord. Cry, do all that to him before you go to bed. Cry your eyes out to him. Tell him everything, even though he knows there. Just tell him and see how you sleep. I went in there the next morning and checked on him. He woke up, looked at me, and had a smile on his face. Y'all, I was like, I didn't know your teeth were that straight and pretty. You don't smile. You smile more often. Boy, you got nice teeth. He smiled and said, I slept great. I said, good. Did you do what I said? He never answered me. I guess he did. I don't know. But I tell y'all, the prayers work. I do what the Lord has me do, no matter what it is, no matter the cost, no matter what things that happen to me after videos, and I'm telling you they do. It never fails. Never. If I post a video that the Lord puts on me to do, I'm telling you, it's bad. Just non-stop. And I've begged and I've pleaded and I've cried to the Lord, and I can't handle all this. I just can't handle this. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I'd rather obey the Lord and go through all these trials and tribulations than not and deal with it later. And him asked me, why didn't you do what I asked you to do? Depart from me, I never knew you. I don't want to hear those words. So no matter what it is, there's a lot of people out here that do things to be seen of men. They don't do it to glorify God. I see it all the time. It's all over social media. It's everywhere. I'll tell y'all a story that hurt me so bad to my core. And from time to time, I still think about it and how bad it hurt me. My uncle, we lived next door to him whenever my son died. He never was. Y'all just don't know. I don't know how to put it. Selfish, all about himself, pretend, fake, very, very, very fake. And I don't like slandering people, but this is the God's honest truth. I have nothing to lie about him, nothing to hide. But he was always brown-nosing the preacher down there, because they flocked to those church buildings when the doors open, and they all brown-nosed the preacher. Look at me, I'm a great person, but they're truly, just evil. Big majority of them down there where we used to live. I'm telling y'all, y'all wouldn't believe it. If you didn't have money, you were a bottom feeder to them. You were worthless. You were useless. That's how they were. If you fought to pay your bills, you were nothing to them. Usually, no offense, but usually it's the Pentecostals who believe that way. They go to a Methodist church down there and act that way. My goodness. So when my son died, I don't remember. I guess it was so traumatic. All I remember is picking him up out of his bassinet, and I saw his head go back, and everything shut down in my brain. I can't explain it, but I hollered for my wife. I remember that part. And she came in there and grabbed him and let out this scream that I'll never forget. And I don't know why she ran next door. I have no idea. She took him and ran next door. And of course my aunt and uncle were there. I was so broken in that moment. Instead of, of course I called 911 and all this stuff, and she did too. Over there, I didn't know she was next door. Well, I went to walk over there and opened their patio door, and I saw my son on the floor, and my wife was giving him CPR, and I can't get that image out of my head. It's been 13 years. I can't. All I was doing was crying, bawling my eyes out. And I'll never forget my uncle. He pushed me out the door and he said, "You need to go back over to your place." In the most rude tone, no emotion. And I looked at him and I pointed my finger right in his face. I didn't care at the moment. I mean, I was ready to do whatever, But I pointed my finger right in his face and I said, "My son is dead on your floor. I'm not going anywhere." And he treated me like absolute garbage. Within 2 minutes, their preacher pulled up. The word got out that fast. I mean, they was in there calling everybody. That's how they did, calling, gossiping. A preacher pulled up. And my uncle wanted to show emotion then. Then, as soon as that preacher pulled up and got out that truck, he hugged me and was like, "I'm so sorry for your loss." And I looked at him. I was like, "You are so evil. You are so evil. You only do this when the preacher's here so you can be seen." That's how people are, y'all. They want to do things to be seen of men. Look at what I do. I'm such a great person. It's truly sick. You can't trust the church because there's so many people like that in there. So many. So many. And don't think it don't disgust the Lord. Oh, he's beyond disgusted with it. I guarantee it. But y'all ain't the only ones who go through things again. You're not. Here I am enduring all of it. All those little, like I said on the last one, all those little voices, all the, just end it, all this stuff. That ain't of God. Rebuke it. If God wanted to take us out, he would do it himself. It's not for us to do. It is not for us to do. So I imagine that angers the Lord when people do that, when they take their own lives. Who's to say he didn't have something else for you? And you just took it upon yourself. That did something that it wasn't your time. And you did it yourself. But truly think about that. We all have a purpose. Though a lot of us can say, "I don't know what that is." Be patient. He'll reveal it to you. Just got to listen. Listen through the storm. It's hard to do. It's truly hard to do. But keep looking up, y'all. Not much longer. We're going here and weather this storm, and I pray the electricity does not go out. I truly do. But thank God we have a cast iron wood burning stove in here, one of those old school ones. I truly thank God for that. At least we'll be able to keep warm. At least we'll have some water. All the shelves are empty. Not much food. We'll make last what we got. Won't be long. There'll be some, if we got to, there'll be some birds out here frozen to death. Yeah, hey, you got to do what you got to do. Romans 10:9-13. I love all of you. Keep looking up. Keep watching. Not much longer. God bless.